Welcome to the Naked Peaches. I'm Anna.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Sierra.
All right, so before we get started, I'm going to do just a little shout out to our awesome people that listen to this podcast, because every week I get DMs from like former clients and my friends, but it's not all just my friends, okay? So it's like other people too.
No, I just read a DM because I was going through all of our requests because of all the people reposting for the giveaway. Some girl said that she just moved to Vancouver and started listening to our podcast and like absolutely loves it.
Oh my god, I love that.
I was like, I hope we make her feel a little less lonely.
I just realized I need to grab my computer because I can't look at my phone for the things on my list.
Go.
So let me go grab my laptop really quick.
Go.
Fine.
Okay, so today's episode is a holiday episode. It is now the week after Thanksgiving. We're going to be talking about the holidays. We're going to be talking about gift guides. But Gavin made a special gift guide for guys.
I love that.
That
I'm
I
so
will
excited.
be sharing with everyone.
I am so excited to see what's on it.
Gavin is a fashionista. He's like a shopping king.
He gets all of his clothes tailored. Like he is who I want to be as a woman.
Yeah. I feel like he's very into like curating and like he spends a lot of time finding like the right brand.
So much.
And,
Yes.
he knows what's
He
up.
does that when he's in the bath.
Yes.
When
takes
he's having
2
a
baths
soak.
a day and
Wait, what?
Gavin is a bath king. He will take his 20-minute baths and he'll be in there with his laptop and he'll just be like reading Twitter and checking his emails.
Is this what he does in the morning instead of showering? He takes a bath?
Yeah, and then at
Every
night,
day?
twice a day. He takes 2 baths a day. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I take a bath when I'm like dying, like when I'm
Is he
sick.
Marie Antoinette?
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like he is.
Bougie bitch.
Another thing that I love
This
about
is
Gavin
crazy.
is I remember one time and I was like, oh, you're so lucky to have Anna. And he goes, no, she's also lucky to have me. And I was also like, yes, like that clapback was everything.
Yeah. He's
Wow,
next
I'm
level.
learning so much about Gavin right now.
He's
Yeah.
like, actually, we're really lucky to have each other.
Yeah. He's also really upset that he's not coming to Taylor Swift with us, by the way.
Really?
Like,
Really?
really
I
upset.
didn't know he was a Swiftie.
He became a Swiftie with like the
Well, he likes the plinky plunky music.
The plinky plunky. So
Yeah.
like
Oh, folklore,
yeah.
evermore, yeah.
he became like a Swiftie, and then he's really into this new album, and he's like upset. Yeah.
Colin was like trying to convince me we should sell the tickets. He's like, you guys can make like 50 grand if you sell the tickets.
No.
And I was like, it's not worth it.
We want to go.
I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
you could tell me I'd make $1 million and I wouldn't sell these
Okay.
fucking tickets.
Hey, Taylor, maybe I'd sell mine.
Well, he was like, you could sell them and then you could buy tickets from someone else who's reselling them in a different city for cheaper. And he's like giving me this whole
Dude,
scheme.
he's like,
And
he's
I'm
got
like,
this whole scheme.
what are you doing? Like,
No.
I'm not risking anything
No.
for these fucking tickets.
I'm
It's the most important day of my life after our wedding.
I am honestly so excited. Not only for Taylor Swift, but then you said Disneyland? I was like, okay, I'm actually going to be there.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think Gavin might end up just coming, and like he won't come to the concert, but he like is like gonna be unwell if
I
like
love
he's
that.
not invited into some part of this. Like,
And his whole gift guide is going to be Taylor Swift
I know.
tickets.
Gavin, you can come to Disneyland with us.
Yeah.
Well, he threatened. He was like, because I was like, no, like you can't come. And he's like, fine, then I'm going to Palm Springs with Sophia. And I'm like, no, you can't go to Palm Springs without me. So
But we'll be in Anaheim or wherever.
I know. So
Wow.
yeah, we'll make it a weekend.
I mean, he can buy tickets on StubHub. Like, they're selling tickets. He just has to buy tickets in, like, the nosebleeds, and there's a markup.
But he won't be able to sit with us, right?
No.
Yeah.
He'd
But,
just
like-
be chilling by himself
You know, we'll hang out together before.
Yeah.
before and after.
Him and Sophia and like the 400 level against the wall in the back.
You guys, it's crazy.
I've seen tickets going for $15,000.
People are up in arms. Like, the FBI needs to investigate what happened with Ticketmaster yesterday, because this is, like, I feel like this will go down in history as, like, one of the worst events in capitalism of all time.
Well, yeah, and also, like, I've been getting so many TikToks about it. People are so upset.
People are upset. They're upset with her, too, because she's obviously complicit in this. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not, like, a Taylor apologist. Like, I know she's, like...
Love her music, but she's a capitalist.
She's a capitalist. Like,
Yeah.
she is making millions of dollars off this shit, and she wants to, like, break records of being, like, you know, the most sold tickets of all time or whatever.
Yeah,
But,
I think what Oscar was saying, I think it was Oscar, that, like, I don't think they knew the influx, like, how... Like, they're like, oh, this is going to be crazy, but I think it was more crazy than Ticketmaster thought it was going to
let
be.
me tell you, they
how?
did know because they gave out those codes. So they knew
They know how many
codes
people
were
were
going
Yeah.
out.
And they knew how many people were on the wait list.
Yeah.
And they understand this demand. Like, this is not the first
nobody's
high-profile
surprised,
concert.
Yeah, that like everybody wants to go to Taylor Swift.
And you have a fucking monopoly on it. You won't let any other companies try to come in here and sell tickets. So it's like you need
So
to
it's
fucking
only
do a good
Ticketmaster
job.
that is selling her
Yeah.
tickets? Oh yeah, she's so complicit.
AOC is like, Ticketmaster needs to be broken up. It's a monopoly. Like, she got in on this, and I was like, when I saw that she was tweeting about it, I was like, this is serious. Like, this is not
Well,
okay.
it's ridiculous that tickets would ever be like $15,000.
Yeah,
Unless
like,
you were
why
literally
can't
on the
scalper-
stage with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Unless you're like gonna be like hanging out with her all
Yeah.
day, you know, like
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
The markups that they're allowed to put on it because they're the only people that have control over it is insane to me.
It's
Like,
crazy.
I was like, I don't think I really realized until this weekend that like you can't actually like sell tickets if you're not using Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how, in what world does this even make sense? Like, why can't an artist just be like selling tickets?
Like
And-
on their own website.
Yeah, on their own website or with some other
Yeah.
platforms where they get like it has to be Ticketmaster, and then they can do whatever kind of upcharge they want to do.
Yeah. I saw some TikTok where somebody was saying that Pearl Jam, I think, is who tried to like sell tickets on their own and like not use Ticketmaster. And then they got like blacklisted from arenas and like couldn't do shows.
Yeah, because
of
arenas
it.
have contracts with Ticketmaster,
Yeah.
so that's why you can't.
It's
Okay, there's
it's a
more of us
monopoly,
than there
it's
is
a
of
scam.
Ticketmaster. Let's, take them down.
Anyway, we got tickets, and I feel like we got so lucky because
Yeah.
I've seen so many people being like, I was in there, I was in the checkout, and the tickets were gone, and like people like just fighting for their lives, not able to get like 2 tickets together.
No.
And we somehow got 6 all together in the lower bowl for under $500. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, this is a miracle.
It is a miracle. I saw
amazing.
people that were like, I was in line behind 2,000 people, got my tickets. Then it said, oops, there's a problem. Then I have to go back in the line, and then it did it again. Then, they're all
Yeah.
sold out.
That happened to a lot of people.
Shit my freaking dick, dude. I wonder if it's because also, like, we picked, like, one of the last...
Yeah, so I think it's because we did that. Like, Ashley's, I'll tell you guys the parts that, like, what all went down. I was
You tell us the highs and the
calling
lows.
the whole story yesterday.
But
But, like-
before Taylor tells us, Taylor and Angie and Amanda were like holed up all day, and Ashley,
Yeah.
FaceTiming each other in the studio.
We've been planning this for a week.
Level 10 anxiety. I had like a photo shoot that day with a client, and I'm just like, oh, they're just in there with Taylor Swift tickets, and you hear like screaming every once in a while, and it's just like very unhinged energy. Like they were terrified, and I really appreciate all the hard work you guys put into this because it was a very
Literally.
stressful day.
Well, we made
Because
a
we
Google
did
Doc.
nothing.
I was shooting. Okay, someone
Yeah.
has to work. Like,
We made a Google Doc. Someone has to work to make the money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the backbone.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome, everybody.
We had a Google Doc that we had made the week prior where we were like, we had listed out, we had all of our codes pasted in there in case they got lost, all of the instructions for what we needed to do. Like, everybody had gone in beforehand and put their card info in Ticketmaster.
Did only one of you guys get in?
Yes. Only Ashley got in. And
But
To the
multiple
pre-sale?
of you were.
we had 3 codes.
Yeah.
So Amanda, Angie, and Ashley all had a code, and they all had a different city.
'Cause there was
Angie had
Seattle,
Seattle,
right? Yeah.
and Amanda had Vegas, and Ashley had LA. And
And I can't believe out of all of you guys, only one person got in.
well, all 6 of us applied for codes. We only got 3
Yeah.
codes, and then only 1 person got in. And it's like, if there hadn't been 6 of us doing this, we wouldn't have gotten tickets.
Yeah, there's no
And
way.
like,
God damn.
it was just so crazy because Angie and I woke up at the crack of dawn. I had literally gotten 4 hours of sleep, and you guys know how I am when I'm sleep deprived. Like,
Yes.
it's not pretty.
Yeah.
And we met at the studio at like 8:30 so that we could have an hour to prep, and like, we were like looking up the stadiums, looking at seats, going on to findmyseat.com to see a picture of what the seat looks like from the point of view of the person there. And then writing in our Google Doc, like, okay, these are the sections that we want, so that like when you're in there in Ticketmaster, you don't have to think
You
about
guys
it.
are
just
so,
know.
but you know,
Like,
I am honestly not surprised. You and Angie are the most organized, methodical, like
It was
chess players.
impressive. It was very impressive.
but it's like at the end of the day, it didn't even matter. Like, none of that effort mattered. And that's what a lot of people were doing. Like, there was like, my whole For You page leading up to this event was just instructions on how to prepare. So we're like sending each other these videos, we're planning, we're plotting, we're scheming, and then like we fucking get in the waiting room and Ticketmaster just gives us a 404 error immediately. And we're all like, what do we do? Everybody's saying, don't refresh the page, don't refresh the page. And we're like, well, we have to refresh the page to get rid of the error, but we're not supposed to refresh. Like, what do we do? And we're just like freaking out. And then like an hour later, Ticketmaster is tweeting that they're like moving the West Coast sale. And it's like, you had so much prior knowledge of like how many people were going to be on this website, and you still were like, we're
hundreds
gonna do all
of
of them
thousands
at 10 a.m. Like, it's gonna be fine. And
Yeah.
then it crashes, of course. And like, then they have, it's like people took off work for this. People plan their whole days around this, and then they move it to like 4 hours later. So we had to like sit around and wait, basically, just anxiety like running through us, and like, you know, like not getting anything done because we're so freaked out.
I feel like me and I are like, this is a lot.
It was a lot. And then when 2 p.m. rolled around, we all like went to our links using our codes, and we're like in the waiting room. And like the way it works is like once the sale actually starts, it like puts you in a queue, and you have to like sit and wait for the queue to like until it's your turn. And Ashley, Angie, and Amanda, each of them got into a different queue because they each had different cities. And we see Amanda's, and it's like there's 2,000 plus people in line in front of you. And then Angie's does the same thing. And then Ashley gets on hers, and it says there's 25 people in line in front of you. And we all start screaming. We're like, oh my God, it's happening. And then it's like there's 5 people ahead of you. And then she was in, and she was like getting tickets. And what she had done is Ashley took a big risk. She had a code for a day in LA. And then we saw this tweet that said, if you have a code for a city that added additional dates, that you could use your code for one of the additional dates, even if your code wasn't for that date. So we were like, okay, we're going to try it. And we're going to go for like the last day of the tour in LA. And so she used hers for that date. And I think the reason it worked is because there was less competition for that show, because less people took that risk, because nobody had a code specific for that show. So because that show was released after the codes had been given to people. So we there were fewer people on the website trying to get tickets for that specific show. So she was able to like get us seats in the section we wanted. And like, there wasn't like, the fees weren't, you know, $800 because there weren't as many people, like, because the demand is like
25 plus
crazy.
People in front. Like,
Crazy.
I would have shat myself too.
I know. It was crazy, but it's like, she got in and got the tickets and checked out within like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And we were just like, is this real? Like, we sat there for like an hour with the other websites still open, like in the queue, waiting to see, because we were like, what if it's not real? Like,
How long were some people waiting in those queues?
4 hours.
Oh my God.
And
then
like,
still didn't get them.
tickets. Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
God.
when Amanda and I both left the other pages open, like the other queues open, just to kind of like see, and just because we were like in disbelief, and we were like, it feels wrong to just like exit this page after all this work.
Yeah.
But the universe decided for us, like, we're going to that LA show.
Yeah.
And it's the last night of the tour. Like, I feel like it's gonna
And
be
LA
it's gonna be
has
amazing.
such bomb food, from
Yeah.
what I've heard. So I'm really excited.
We're going to eat.
Have you
We need
never
to plan-
been?
Huh?
Have you never been?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
Like, I've
This
flown
is gonna be
into
so
LA.
fun.
Like, to go to Disneyland.
There's so much fun stuff to do.
It's so fun.
That's why I'm excited. We're gonna plan a whole thing,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like,
Yeah.
I am ready.
Yeah.
Amazing
You know,
food,
I like to eat.
Amazing shopping. Like, obviously Disneyland.
I will be saving up for this.
It's going to be
I need lots of
fantastic.
spending money.
Yeah. But yeah, we never got further in the queues. It stayed at the 2,000 plus
Wow.
people
That's
ahead of
crazy.
you. So, and
Which
a
is
lot of
also
people were
like,
doing
that's
that.
obviously fake. So
Yeah.
like, why are you even showing me that number?
I know. It's
Yeah.
just like the whole thing is a scam.
I hate that.
Okay, this episode is now about Ticketmaster. And
Yeah.
how we're taking them
We're going
down.
back to the holidays now. Okay, so let's get into our holiday gift guides. I'm really excited about this. Who wants to go first?
I can go first. Okay, so I have a lot to say about this. I feel like, first of all, there's like a list. I have a list of like basic things that I feel like everyone needs. And if you have someone that you're buying a gift for, especially if you're like a partner or a spouse, and you're like, okay, I need to get them something good. If they don't have one of the things on this list, you need to get them those things. So like and these are things that like I've gotten these things for friends, for like my mother-in-law, for my mom, for my sister-in-law. It's like these apply to like all the girlies. The first one is Lululemon Align leggings. These are the best leggings. Everyone needs a pair. Like I don't care how many fucking TikToks you see that say that these are a dupe for the Aligns. Like there's nothing like the Lululemon ones. They're the best leggings. And like if you have a girly in your life who wears leggings, you need to get her a pair of these if she doesn't have them already. I've gotten them as a gift for so many people, and I feel like most people become addicted to them and start like having like
You start the
converting as,
obsession.
like, these are my leggings now that I wear.
Taylor got them for me while I was pregnant, and those
Yeah.
things lasted me my entire fucking pregnancy and still fit me now. I love them.
They're such a good gift for someone who's pregnant
Yeah.
because like they're really, really soft, they're really stretchy. And you know, if you know their size, like I would just go up like a size from whatever their normal size is and then like give them the gift receipt and they can exchange it if they don't fit. But they're really, really stretchy, so like you don't have to worry too much about getting the exact right size. So Align leggings, number 1. Everyone needs them. The Aricia Super Puff. This
Yes.
is another one. If you live in a place that's cold, like or that gets cold in the winter, you have to have this to survive.
Arguably one of my favorite gifts I've ever received.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got it for Sierra because she ended up doing my wedding photos and like didn't want to accept payment, and I was like, I have to get her something because she did them like so last minute, and like I knew immediately when I started thinking about gift ideas, like, she doesn't have a super puff. Like, she needs one, and this is, like, the perfect
Well, and I used to
gift
always
for
talk about
this.
your guys'. It's like, oh, I'm going to get one. Oh, I'm going to get
Yeah,
one. Oh, I'm going to get one. And then I never did. And it's honestly changed my life. Because I've always
Yeah.
just had, like, a normal coat. And, like, my legs are always so fucking cold. This
Yeah.
keeps me all the
Yeah.
way warm.
Yeah, it goes all the way down to your
Yeah.
ankles.
I
It's
love
incredible.
it. There's
I
sometimes when
feel
I'm
like-
running down the stairs and fucking buttons.
Yeah.
No, if you have a coat that does not go all the way down to your knees at least or further, like throw it
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Like, it does not. No, it's like it's
No.
not gonna keep you warm in the winter. It's just
No.
not. It's like
Honestly, I have not gone to zoo lights because I always freeze my ass off. But this
so
year,
cold.
I have the super puff and we're going.
You're ready.
Yes.
We're going to zoo lights.
Yes.
Well, and it's like so many coats just cover like your butt. And it's like the thing is in the winter, like I'm usually wearing a sweater or a hoodie or something that's warm up top.
And then
like,
you have your jeans and it's a one little layer.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I don't own any pants besides my like leather pants that feel super warm. So it's like my legs are really where I need the coat to be keeping
Yes.
me secure,
Yes.
you know? So it's like the long coat is so important in the winter.
I'll never go
Super
back.
Puff is expensive, but it's worth it. It'll last you like the rest of your life.
And then you put your hands in the little thumb holes and it's so soft. Oh man.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like the baddest bitch. And that when I'm at daycare drop off, I'm like, my hair might be greasy, but this coat is fly.
Yeah. So Super Puff, it's a must-have. Another one, the Theragun. Theragun
I'm so glad
is the most
you have
important
it.
appliance in my life. I couldn't live without it. I used it every night before bed, and it's like I don't care what massager you think you have that's good. It's not as good as the Theragun.
I know. I always walk past the ones at Costco. They're like $70, and I'm like, Taylor would
those
never.
are trash. This is so. Sierra and Anna and Kaylina got me a Theragun for my bridal shower, and it was like one of the most life-changing
Honestly,
gifts.
we've seen you go through. We've seen you have knee problems, shoulder problems. We're like, we're gonna go the untraditional route, and we're gonna buy her a Theragun.
Yes, they knew that I was an achy girl, and I
We're like,
needed
this is
one.
like it's for the business.
Yeah. And now I like whenever I go on like girls trips, I like bring the Theragun with me. It's like a party trick at this point because
So
people
smart.
love it so much.
Yeah.
Colin loves it too. It's like we couldn't live without it. So Theragun, if you know someone and you want to really like get them an amazing gift and they don't have a Theragun, like easy, done.
Yeah. Well, especially if they have a job like ours where you're like doing a lot of things like with your body. I mean, even if you have a desk job and you're hunched over your desk
Yeah,
all day,
Our
like,
camera is so heavy, and like if
Yeah.
you think about it, we're basically holding it the whole time.
We're basically lifting weights all day
Yeah.
with that camera.
I think it's why I get like the really bad tension headaches in my neck.
Yeah.
you need a Theragun in your neck.
I know.
Yeah. After this, let's go. And then the other one is, and I would say this is a little bit more specific to the person, but the Dyson Airwrap.
Yes.
I feel like it's just one of those things where like if they like curling their hair, if they like that like blowout look, it's such a good gift because it's so easy. It's so expensive, so like it's really hard to bring yourself to buy it for yourself unless you're really just like a treat yourself type of person. But it's like such a good gift for that
Yeah.
reason, I feel like.
That's how almost all of these I've been gifted to from you guys.
Yeah, because they're like, these are like, if you want to get a good gift, like something off this list, you can't go wrong.
It's true.
So those are my like basic must-haves. And then I have a couple other things, but I don't know. Do you have anything else that you're like, okay, this is like a must-have? Like,
So yeah, and it's one of them is on my list this year that I had sent to my friends. Hold on, I'm logged out of my computer. So if you have a like a weekender bag that you used when you travel or whatever, and it's like one that you have from high school, like you need to replace it.
I don't even have one.
Okay, you need a weekender bag. Everyone needs like a nice weekender bag.
Yeah, I don't have one either. I have it on my list though.
Yeah. So I have one that's like, it's fine, but it's time to get a new one. It's just like, I've never really been that happy with it.
Raggedy.
And so I'm getting, well, the one from Low & Sons is on my list this year and I really like it. But, you know, Base, Shea Mitchell's company, they have a really cute one. A lot of them have really cute ones, but.
I think Kaylina just got the Bays one.
Yeah.
Did she like it?
I think so.
Okay.
She got it for her little business trip.
Love. But yeah, everyone needs like a nice upgraded, and the same with like luggage. Like if you like to travel like a lot, like I would invest in nice luggage.
I recently learned that one of my best friend's husbands does not have a rolling suitcase. Like he has a duffel bag that he takes on
thank
trips.
you.
And he takes like business trips to like Asia and stuff. And I was like
I have 4 kids. You have to have the
floored.
roller. And I, even before, we had really, really cheap ones that were just like the ones where you go like that, not the actual like ones that you can like have on your side.
Yeah.
And then when we finally got those, I was like, this is luxury. This is class.
Yeah. When we went to Europe for our honeymoon, I got myself this like new duffel bag. It's like a nice duffel bag. And I was like, I'm going to do this duffel bag and I'm going to do my backpack. And like, that's what I'm taking on our honeymoon. Because we were going to like a lot of places with a ton of stairs and stuff, like Santorini and like whatever. And I'm like, I'm not going to have the roller bag. Like, I'm so smart. 10 minutes into being at the airport, my shoulders were going to fall off because it was so fucking heavy and I'm carrying it the entire time I'm there.
Have the
it's
roller.
like 100 pounds of shit.
I was
you're
going
carrying
to
on
die.
your
It was
shoulder.
the biggest mistake I've ever made.
Yeah. A roller bag is so important.
Yeah.
It's like a life necessity that everyone needs. And like, when I was talking out with my friend, she was like, yeah, I know that the bag with wheels is like dorky or whatever, but it's like you need one. And I was like, who thinks this is dorky? Like,
It's only dorky at high school with your backpack.
Yeah.
No, when you're traveling, you get the fucking roller bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone
And the
needs
nicer it glides, the better.
Yeah. We have the away bags and I like the away bags. I know some people are like, oh, they're overrated or like whatever, but.
I felt like the fucking battery thing just took up too much space inside of the bag and it like pissed me off because I've used Colin's mom's away bag before.
Yeah.
But Colin and I both have Samsonite roller bags and I really like them. But I do want to get a big one. Like we both have, we're like carry-on people. Like when we travel, we try to just carry on everything because like losing my bag is my fucking nightmare.
Dude, I'm a checked bag hoe.
No, I cannot.
And I have like a whole method for like getting all my toiletries in and like not having them be over. But like I do want a big bag that we can check because there have been a couple times where we've been on trips and I've been like, I wish we could just combine all of our stuff into one big bag and have the extra room to like shop if we want to, you know? Because you have to be like so cutthroat when you're doing carry-on and you're going on like a 2-week trip. Another weekender bag that I have, the one that I have on my list is the Dagny Dover one.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen a lot of TikToks from like travel influencers saying that this is like a really good carry-on bag to use as your carry-on because it's like, it's squishy enough that you can fit it into the like foot compartment in front of you. And it has all these compartments to like put different things in. But it also works really well as like a weekender bag if you just like have that one bag. So I want it for like that reason.
That's smart. Another one that's on my list that I get for kids. This is a gift for kids that I get like nieces, nephews, like pretty much anyone that I need to buy a baby gift for. And all the parents are always like, please don't. Like we have so much shit. Is a Stockpile gift card because it's literally just stock, and then they can like, you know, have that.
I need to do that for my nephew. His first birthday is coming up.
Do that.
Yeah. Okay. I think another go-to for me is to get people personalized things. I don't have any gifts for kids on here. I just realized. And like, I know we have so many moms who listen to us. Kids are my entire fucking list.
I don't have anything for kids, but my gifts that I recommend are more like geared to moms.
Okay.
Who don't take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Which is more important. The kids have so much shit. Like,
they're going to be getting shit from their grandparents.
My kids have already gotten stuff. My stepmom just sent the kids advent calendars. I'm like, it's begun.
Yeah. This is for you to give like your partner or your friends. Give them your wish list with these things on it, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one that I did last year for one of my besties who's like, she's a big reader and she also like is like, she gets like physical books and like has like her whole collection and she has like her, you know, pretty little like shelves with the color coordinated books. I got her a customized book embosser. So it's like a stamp that has her name on it, or an embosser, not a stamp. So it embosses the page like a library book kind of.
Yeah.
And like I picked like a design that had like a little cat on it that reminded me of her cat, and then it has her name, and so
that's adorable.
It's like she can put it on all of her books, and it's like her personal library basically. And it's like not necessary at all, but I just thought it was really cute, and I feel like that's like a good personalized gift for like someone who's a book person. I found it on Etsy. There's like a lot of people who make them on Etsy.
That's cute.
And then another one that I like to do for people is custom bracelets from Camp Kramer. You guys have gotten these from me.
Yes, I love them. So cute.
Yeah, I got one for my mom for Mother's Day.
Esme stole mine. She needs
cute.
one.
They make kids ones too, but you can send them a message or DM them or whatever, and give them like your inspo. Like you can tell them about the person. These are their favorite colors. These are like hobbies that they like, and they will find like custom beads like specific to that person, and like make them a charm bracelet that is like customized to all their favorite things. And I think it's just like such a cute gift to give someone. So those are my like customized, personalized gift recommendations.
Y'all went hard with these gifts.
I have a gift tip. So this isn't like so if you don't know what to get somebody, but you know stuff about them, go to Instagram, go to the brands that they follow, and then see those brands that they really like, and then it's really easy to go on those brands and pick something up for them.
Yeah, or a gift card for one of those brands.
Okay, that is very smart. There's someone that I'm having a tricky time buying for this year, so I'm really excited.
There you go.
Yeah.
Try that. Another one, and I know I told Sierra about this, that she should get it, is I guess like most of mine are all travel related. I just like to travel. But these little cadence, they're called, it's like keep your cadence or whatever, but they're these little tiny containers, and they're like will magnet to each other, and the lids will magnet to the sides, and you can fill them with like all your products when you go traveling if you're not taking like full size things. And I really like them because they don't spill. They like just all stick together, and you can even personalize the lids of them to say like what your things are if you like already know what it's going to be beforehand. So
yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of them. They're kind of expensive, but if you're using them often, I think they're worth it.
And like a lot of those plastic ones that you get at like Target, they like crack and crumble over time
and leak. And these have never leaked.
Well,
really?
I think, was it one of you that gave me the saran wrap?
That's me.
Taylor.
Yeah. Anna's there with her, like, cute little magnetic, like, 3 things. And there's me with my whole fucking skincare routine, my shampoo. Like, I took up the whole thing.
Haggard-looking saran wrap sticking out of all of them. That's me every time I travel.
And then I, like, have them all, like, in a ball in the corner of, like, so I can read
you have to redo it. One time, the fucking housekeeper in a hotel took mine and threw them away because it looked like trash on the kitchen on the counter of the sink. So now I like ball them all up and I put them inside of the makeup bag so that they can't get to them, so they don't see it.
Smart.
This tip for anyone listening who has issues with their fucking toiletries spilling when you travel is like
fucking always, man.
You just take the bottle of something, like whether it's shampoo or face wash or whatever, open the lid, put like a square of saran wrap covering the opening, and then screw the lid back on top so the saran wrap is now between the bottle and the lid, and screw it back on like normal, and that shit will never explode. It will not leak in your bag, but then you have to deal with having saran wrap everywhere. So until you can get the little containers that Anna was talking about.
I literally brought my huge suitcase with me. And I had her carry-on, and I had so many outfits, so many shoes, like literally everything from my bathroom, and I was just like, we are not the same. But I didn't regret it. I looked pretty good.
You looked great. You looked stunning.
Speaking of outfits, one gift that I don't know if I'm getting this for anyone this year, but it's like I think it's a really good option. And I was going to get it as a gift for Colin, but then he decided to just like do it himself. There's this company called Fashionably that does like styling recommendations personalized for people. And I just feel like I have so many friends who are like, I just need help like building my wardrobe. Like, you know, I need to
My
know,
husband
like,
needs help because he even talks about it. He was like, oh, I feel so good in this suit. It looks really good. I wish I just knew what looked good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was like,
you should get him
go to
this.
Pinterest. Yeah.
Have him text Gavin. Gavin will help him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Gavin should work for this company. What they do is they have you fill out a questionnaire, and then they like also take like your Instagram, like your TikTok, whatever like you've posted where you show your outfits, you can also send them like photos. So Colin has been taking like mirror selfies of his outfits and like compiling all of them for when he does his.
Is it like a personal shopper type situation?
Yeah, sort of. So what they do is they send you like 10 looks after you fill out this questionnaire, and you give them all the information. You tell them like what your challenges are, like what you feel like you need more of, what you struggle with, whatever. And they will give you 10 looks, like complete outfits, and they combine stuff that you already have with like things that they recommend that you buy. And so they'll make the look like very tailored to like your personal style. And it's like the idea is that they're sort of showing you how to like wear the things that you already have and to like feel kind of better, and then also showing you what they think you need to buy. And so the whole thing is like shoppable. You get 10 looks and it's $80 for 10. And it's just like such a good deal for like such a personalized like recommendation that I feel like so many people need. I found it from this influencer I follow on TikTok. Her name is Pig Mommy, and she does a lot of fashion videos. And I feel like she has great personal style. And she did this, and she was like, this like answered all the questions I had. Like she really sold me on it. And I feel like she's very like, she already knows her style. She's not somebody who like had no idea like what to wear before this, but she said it just like helped her even more and like elevated it. And then she posted all the recommendations, and I was like, these are such good outfits. Like the way they thought to combine everything is so good.
And what is it called again?
Fashionly.
Okay.
I'll put the link like in
that sounds really cool.
We'll have to post like a whole gift guide thing, so it'll be like in that.
Also like shout out to Nuuly, right? Because everyone's obsessed with Nuuly.
Yeah, Nuuly, that's also a great gift to get someone if they haven't started doing it already, getting them like their first month of Nuuly for free. Yeah. I have a code, the link is in my bio.
Tea smells with a Z.
Yeah.
Another thing that lately Gavin and I have stopped like giving each other gifts, and we just like do experiences instead. Like we like to go on trips or like do whatever, but that's like been our biggest thing for the last few years now, and I find it so much more fun. And then you have something else to look forward to. And like we've done some of it where it's been like around the holidays. Like a couple years ago, John Legend came to town with his like Christmas concert, and so we like did that instead of like cute. It was super fun, and we like had dinner that night. And then we've done other things where we'll like plan a trip for like, you know, January or something, and then we like have that to look forward to. So
we've been talking about maybe doing that this year.
A huge experience person.
Yeah, because we just have so much stuff, and like we've been spending so much on stuff for our house that it like feels silly to be like, let's get each other more stuff.
Yeah. And you don't have to do it super expensive. Like it doesn't have to be a trip. It can be like go watch the Nutcracker and have like a nice dinner.
Yeah,
you know?
or go get like a couples massage. Yeah, I love doing that.
So good.
Yeah. Have a staycation. Who knows?
Yeah.
I do have one thing that I recommend for men specifically. Yeah. As a gift is getting them, especially if they work from home, getting them a cashmere, like matching set from this company called Madame. It's like a sustainable cashmere company.
Yes. Julia loves this company.
I have a lot of sweaters from them, and they're like expensive. Like I've spent like $200, $300 on sweaters from this company.
But they're worth it. It's like nice cashmere.
They're so worth it. It's super nice cashmere. They also make cashmere wool blends. So those are like the warmest sweaters I own are the cashmere wool ones. They're like very, very thick. That's what I'll be wearing tonight to our fucking outdoor dinner.
Sarah will be wearing her super puff.
Yeah. I'll be wearing the super puff too on top of it. But I got Colin a matching set either last year or the year before from them. And it's fully cashmere. And it's like the most comfortable thing he owns. And he wore it like so much that winter, like just working from home and lounging, and it looks a little bit nicer, like you feel like you're just a little bit more stylish, and it looks like you're just wearing like a nice cashmere sweater, but you're basically wearing a sweatsuit.
I mean, if you put loafers with that and a nice coat, like that could just be an outfit. Yeah. I love that. Okay, Sierra, tell us a couple. I'm sorry, I feel like we've really hogged this combo.
I know, we're just like
well, I feel like you guys are so good at like gift stuff. I'm like so last minute, so like, oh my god, what do I get this person? So
but you got me the Theragun, and that was like my number one thing. So like you obviously know how to pick up.
Yeah, you know how to pick
up. But it's also nice to hang out with someone who talks about stuff that they like and want.
Just talking about my problems all the time. So she's like, this girl needs a massage every day.
Massage, good.
But like some of my friends, I don't see them very often, or they don't like really talk about like what's on their list or like things that they're wanting. But my recommendations is always like a new black purse, because I feel like something that's small, because I feel like most women just like don't go out and buy purses. I fucking hate it too, because it's like, oh, do I really spend like $200 or even like $150? So it's like you can get a nice black purse that's even like $50 or $100 or $1,000. I mean, it just depends on your budget, and you really can't go wrong because it matches everything.
Yeah.
You literally just go to Nordstrom and be like, here's my budget. I need a black purse for my wife or for my partner or my friend, whatever.
Oh, I have a local purse brand too that I recommend. Prime Cut bags. That cowhide purse
I love
that
that.
I've been wearing. I get so many compliments on it. It's from Prime Cut. All their stuff is like real leather, real shearling. It's all made in Portland locally. They have a showroom that you can go to and like look at stuff. I bought mine online because I'm lazy, but I know you can go to the showroom. But they have like such cute stuff. They have like really like some that are like basic and simple, and then a lot of them that are like really funky designs. But I just like, it just reminded me of that because I feel like a lot of people have complimented me on it, and it was like,
yeah, it's so good.
I think it was $180 for that bag, which is not bad for like a 100% leather.
That's totally
bag.
reasonable.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, oh, $200. I'm like, that's so reasonable for a bag.
Yeah.
When we get into the 500s, I'm like,
Yeah, that's where I'm like,
Not for
I'm not
me.
at that level.
Yeah.
maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe when my kids are older and like out of my house and not eating all my food. And then again, like, because I've just been in the mom stage for so long and have a bunch of like mom friends, things that I've always gifted are like massage gift cards.
Yes.
You know, especially for a mom who's been doing it all. Sephora gift cards, because again, like a lot of moms aren't, they're like, oh, I'm not going to buy this $50 foundation. Like I had an old friend and she was like, oh, I love Christmas or my birthday. I always ask for Sephora gift cards because that's when I get to like re-up and buy all my makeup for the year. And I was always like, damn, that's really smart. And then of course coffee shops, because again, moms are like, oh, I don't want to like spend all this money going to Starbucks every day. That's not me. But so Starbucks gift cards are great. And then also just my tip is like something that even I do a month before Christmas is I just really start listening to what people are saying that they like, and I fucking just jot that shit down on a little notey note.
Yeah, just keep a running note of like the things people say they need, or like it's super helpful when you're like, when it comes time to buy a gift.
I do it with my kids too, because sometimes like when I'm like, okay, what do you want for Christmas? Like, I don't know. They don't know like when they're put on the spot. I don't think most people do. And then I'll just talk about what's on my list.
Yes.
I have a new Stanley mug because I left mine at Nordstrom. And it's gone forever. And then Oscar got me a really cute Starbucks cup. I left it at the doctor's office, so that one's gone too.
You have mugs and water bottles all over this state.
Yeah.
Literally. And like, I don't have any. And then our favorite Black Reformation top, the one that's like cinched on the sides.
The Lindy top.
Because mine is ruined.
Yes. Everybody needs this top.
R.I.P.
Everybody.
Yeah, mine is ruined. And then Nespresso decaf coffee pots and new leggings. And always...
The Align?
Oh, I don't know. Just like any leggings.
You need a pair of
You
Aligns.
need the Align. After what Taylor just said, after this glowing recommendation.
Okay, the only thing about the Aligns I will say is if you want compression, if you want them to like snatch you, they don't really do that because the fabric is so soft and stretchy.
Yeah, they're just
it's
like
not
comfort.
giving compression. It's like it's for comfort, working from home, making posing videos. The Girlfriend compressive leggings those are really good, I think, for compression. If you want like,
is that like good
the
for
waist
working out? Because I
snatching.
like I want a nice legging for working out. I have two pairs. I have ones that are from Athleta and then one that's from the American Eagle brand, but like
Aerie.
Yeah. But I have a mom's stomach and like it always folds. And I
You
hate
should try
it.
the Girlfriend ones. They're like they're compressive. They're very high waisted.
Yeah.
They
I
have
just want
ones
it to
with
not
pockets.
fold when I'm working out or doing yoga.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
annoying.
they're having a sale right now too.
Yeah. Good to know.
That's another thing. Everybody has started their Black Friday sales like a week ago.
Yeah.
So like,
Well, it's like pissing me off because it's like I almost want it to be on the same day because then I have on my list of what all my kids want.
Yeah.
And then I know that I can go in on Black Friday and just start going through the list and buying things on sale. But like now it just feels like it's fucking crazy. Like all November, it's like today it's 50% off, but this day's 30%. And like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be following all these sales. I have
know.
a trillion fucking children.
Yeah.
yeah, it's annoying.
You know, everybody's trying to like get in front of each other for the sale.
Yeah.
I
Like,
know. Like I missed Black Friday like 5-10 years ago. It was Black fucking Friday.
Yeah.
And that's the day you got a sale.
Yeah. We're waiting for the frame TV to go on sale. That's the big thing that we're buying for our
I'll definitely
house.
wait. Every time I've ever gotten it, because we got one for the studio, one for my house.
Yeah.
R.I.P. The movers broke it. Yeah, we got it like with $500 off, which is nice.
Yeah.
Makes it more a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Yeah, she's an expensive TV.
Yeah.
She worth it.
Okay, I'm gonna go through Gavin's gift guide.
Yeah.
Gavin's gift guide for the guys.
Yes.
Okay. So he started out by talking about experiences, like I was just saying, because that's mostly what we get each other these days. He said also with that it's like reservations or like gift cards for date nights can like make good gifts too.
Yeah.
And then for like winter trips / getaway weekends, he says that we're warm weather people. So we always like to go to Palm Springs or like, you know, going to Mexico or like Hawaii if you're on the West Coast. You can always find like really good deals. And we were just talking about this yesterday. It's like January and February are actually really good times to fly because after the holidays, they kind of like those months dip. So if you do want to take like a little nice warm getaway, that's a great month to do it. And typically tickets are a lot cheaper.
And those months are like, you need something to look forward to because the holidays are over and it's just depressing and
Yeah,
cold. And
it's sad
feels
until like
yeah.
spring. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Until the cherry blossoms start blossoming.
Yeah.
I'm sad till then.
Same.
I know. And if you want to stay in Portland, some places we've been to and loved is like one of them is the Society Hotel in Bingen, which is in Hood River, and they have like really nice soaking pools there. And then you just like stay at this like gorgeous little place. The Allison Inn in Wine Country, and then the Stephanie Inn in Cannon Beach, and then obviously shout out Brasada Ranch, our favorite place in Central Oregon.
Still have not been and I want to go.
It's so relaxing.
Colin and I need to plan something for our 1-year wedding anniversary.
Yes, it's like
maybe
right
I'll do
around
one
the
of
corner.
these.
Yeah, you should.
It's like a couple weeks away.
Yeah, you should go to the Society Hotel. It was
I've never been. I've never
so
been to any of
nice.
those places.
Okay. Well, we can talk after this pod,
Yeah.
but yeah, okay, we'll talk. And then another one of his favorites is we call them for me, for you gifts. So it's stuff where it's like, I'll buy something that's like for me, but it's also for Gavin. So like really nice lingerie. It's like for me, but also for Gavin.
You guys both get use out of it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a for me, for you gift. So those are really fun. And then like I've like splurged a little and gotten like that red honey burdette set that everybody saw. I got that as like our anniversary
Dude,
gift.
everyone was freaking out about that. We got so many DMs. Where do you get that? I
Yeah.
want that. So many photographers added it to their client closets. We ended up buying a set for our
Yeah.
client closet. I hope it goes on sale
It's
on
like
Black
I
Friday.
feel like one of our most requested lingerie pieces we posted.
Yeah.
If they have a Black Friday sale, I'm going to try to get more because so many people want it.
I know. Yeah, everyone check out Honey Burdette for really fun strappy stuff. Also, Taylor and I have both gotten stuff from Agent Provocateur, which is like, it's expensive, but they do go on sale, and it's like, it just looks so good.
And it makes you feel like a rich French lady.
So
You're like, I'm
rich.
going to keep this
It's
for the
real
rest of my
boudoir.
life.
It's
Yeah.
like real,
It is.
like,
luxury French lingerie. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what can be more bougie than that?
It's so nice.
I like can't wait for like my grandkids to find it someday and be
Yes.
like, oh my god, this is vintage French lingerie.
oh no, grandma was a thotty.
Yeah.
And then he also said, because he's a cozy boy, and he thinks that, literally what he has written word for word, and he thinks that Christmas is a great time of year to be cozy. So he said literally anything from John Elliott. This is like a guy's brand that they do everything, like sweats, like tees, hoodies, basketball shorts.
I need to get Colin something from
It's like a little expensive, but it lasts for so long. And the nice part is that if you're taller, it's like it's a bit longer. So Gavin is super tall and like they fit him really nicely, and they
Love
don't
that.
shrink like when we wash them and whatnot.
Yeah.
So anything John Elliott. And then more cozy vibes. He said there's a brand called Capital with a K, and they make some of the vibiest fleeces, he said. So if you're into fleeces. And he said they're too expensive, but I don't care, and I'll probably be buying myself one for Christmas this year. And then he said he's turning into a house shoe guy, and there's this brand called Mulo, M-U-L-O, and they make great looking house shoes.
Okay, Oscar's a house shoe bitch.
Okay, well, maybe he needs some nice house shoes this year.
He has like he has pink cloud sandals that he wears all day. And it almost feels like an episode of SpongeBob with the boots. They're just like all over the freaking house.
Will you take a photo of this, please?
Yes.
Okay, I'm so excited. And then lastly, he said, I'm on a loafer kick these days, and Blackstop and Weber make some of the best loafers. And it's true, they're super cute. And I even bought my black loafers, or these men's black loafers that from the same place. Gavin and I have matching black loafers.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
so cute.
really
Okay,
painful.
I have a couple more things on my list. I will be buying literally everything off of Gavin's list for
Oh,
Colin.
perfect. Okay, great. He'll be so happy.
When we had fleas a couple weeks ago, we freaked out and we threw away a bunch of shit. Colin threw away his slippers.
You guys had fleas?
Yeah, we had
Gosha had
fleas.
fleas.
Gosha had fleas because It was from one of the times that he escaped and went outside. We found some fleas.
Because he has so much fur, like a flea's like, boop.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I want to live in here. We found like 1 or 2 fleas on him, and we saw him itching, and so we gave him like the flea medication. We vacuumed the whole house. We washed everything. Like, we did all of this like in one night.
I got the fleas one time,
and like
too.
everything. We haven't had any issues since then. Like, I was worried we were gonna have to like bomb the house or something, but it's been fine, and we haven't had to do anything. But like, in the moment, we were freaking out, and it gave me flashbacks to getting bed bugs in Thailand. But we were like throwing everything away. So he threw away his slippers, and then we were like at Target, and he just in desperation bought a pair to like tide him over until he gets his Christmas slippers. Okay. But I will be buying the Mulo ones for him.
Perfect.
Now that I know that those are like the good house shoe brand, because he needs like some nice slippers to replace those. But I'm going to share the things that are on my wish list for this year. So I just made a TikTok about this. I'm obsessed with unitards. I really want one.
I did see that.
Yes.
I'll probably be getting one from Girlfriend because I am sponsored by them.
Shout out.
But Girlfriend makes them, Lululemon makes them, and Aritzia makes them. And like, I think one from any of those brands would probably work well. Like, just depending on like what style you want, what fabric. And like,
I actually really want to buy, and this is shocking, that pink one that you posted, because I think it'll be really good for our content. Like our posing videos.
Yeah. I know. That's what I was thinking is like.
Get all matching ones.
That would be so cute. Yeah.
That'd be really fun.
It's a thing for the company card.
Yeah. And if you guys ever buy anything from Girlfriend, I have a code for that for you to get a discount.
You're such an influencer. Like, literally.
Taylor's in her influencer era.
I know.
Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah. But it's in my bio. But I want a long one. I want to wear it for content. I want to wear it for shooting. Like, it just looks so comfortable, and like I just like such a cute look. Yeah. I
and
really
you have
want
the
one.
body for it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Make you look so snatched.
And then like the shorts ones, I feel like would be really cute for summer. Like this last summer, my exercise dress was like my favorite thing, and it's basically a unitard with a skirt on top.
Yeah.
So I just want like the shorts version.
You go from shorts to like tennis.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And then I have never had a pair of like Uggs. Like, I have Ugg slippers, but I've never had like a pair of like Uggs like boots. And so now that they're having like a comeback, I've decided that I want a pair. I really want the platform Uggs.
Are they having a comeback?
Yes, they are.
Uggs
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But she's our influencer. I feel like you're so on top of the trends. But I have been like, there's some really, really cute ones that I've been looking at for Esme. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, baby girl needs a pair of Uggs when she goes to gymnastics.
Yeah. I mean, I just like, I feel like they are the perfect thing to wear when you're just like running an errand, or like for me, like if I'm like going from home to like pole class, and I just need something cozy to get me from like the car to the studio.
I think they'd be perfect for Esme because she has ballet and gymnastics, and she has to like rip off her shoes really fast, so it's something that she doesn't really have to wear socks with. She can also wear her ballet slippers and stuff her foot
you just like slip them on basically, and it's cozy and it keeps you warm.
Yeah,
and,
like because she wears rain boots right now, and those are fine, but sometimes her feet are so sweaty and it's like hard to get off and on. So it's like I've been looking for her.
Okay. So I really want a pair of those. Bella Hadid is bringing back Uggs. I'm telling you.
Well, apparently Bella Hadid's bringing back thin eyebrows. So
no,
let's not believe everything she does.
Bella, calm down.
I mean, keeping these thick boys.
Yes.
Well, I remember like. I think you get to a stage where, like, you know what you like and you hold on to it. Because I remember my mom has really thick, beautiful eyebrows. And I remember being, like, so disgusted by them. Like, in high school, and now I'm like, oh, damn, they're on trend now.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
It's funny because, like, I don't want to, like, do a trend just because it's a trend if it's not flattering, you know? But then at the same time, like, you remember, like, those women, you know, like, I have, like family members who had, like, the 80s, like, feathery mullet haircut, like way after that trend was over.
Yes.
Where you're like, okay, like I want to adapt to the trend so I don't look like that, but like it's like a fine line, you know? Like, what do I
just don't know the thin eyebrows, man. I just don't know if I can ever go back to
I know. I don't ever want to go back.
You know how many serums I had to do to like get these back to their original glory?
I mean, I feel like with eyebrows, there's only so many things you can do. So it's like the trends are always going to come back around. Like it's going to go from thin to thick. And now we have people bleaching and shaving them, and that's its own thing.
Oh, yeah, I just saw, what is it? Julia. Does everybody
Julia
follow her?
Fox,
Yeah,
yeah.
she has them. I love her. She's like, I love that everybody loves her now.
I know. She's so
She's
unhinged. I love it.
Yes, but in a good way. Like she's like this
Yes.
unhinged feminist. She doesn't give a fuck about what anybody says. Like she
Yeah.
just does her, and I love it.
She's a queen.
Yeah.
Okay, I also really want a pair of Hoka's, which are like running shoes.
Okay.
And they're like the hot girl walk shoe.
Oh yeah, I saw
So-
the cutest pair on Free People the other day, and I was like, kind of want those.
Yeah.
But I haven't worked out in like 6 months.
I've never seen these before.
Really?
Yeah.
You've not
Holland has a pair.
You've not heard of these?
No, but I have my computer.
Wow.
They're like I feel like really like a trending sneaker.
How is
Kind of like
this
the
spelled?
Ons, right? They're like I feel like they both are like
Ons? I don't know what those are. How do you spell it?
On
O-N.
on shoes. I feel like those are super duper.
How do you spell these?
Oh.
Hokas?
Trendy.
Hakas? What is this thing that you have?
H-O-K-A.
Yeah, on. These are
very,
very trendy right now,
Those are cute too.
and they're fucking cute.
But yeah, just like
Interesting.
a sneaker that's like specifically for like going on walks and is like really a walking shoe. Colin had his and he wore them in Vegas on his bachelor party and they walked a lot and I know
Also,
that like they're the only reason he's
A good place to go and try them on too, and have someone like help you because like I didn't really know about all the arch stuff. Was REI.
Okay.
Like I went in there wanting to get ons, but I actually left with some New Balances.
Oh really?
And I got them in wide too because I didn't realize like cause she also watched me walk and saw how like my toes splay.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, we should put you in a higher arch with like a wider set. And like
I
they're the
should
most
do
comfortable
that.
shoe that I've ever worn because I had those, the Nike Freeze or whatever,
Yeah.
destroyed my fucking feet, dude.
Yeah, those shoes have no support.
No, they're painful. They would destroy my calves whenever I would work out.
Okay. And then my two workout things that I want a brass pole. At this point I'm like, I don't know if we really have a good place to put it, but like just in my dreams I have a
The
pole
corner of your
in my
room.
house for practicing.
Love.
And it is brass because then I don't have to worry about getting like a nickel allergy reaction to them
Yes.
because chrome poles, I've gotten rashes from the chrome pole before because I'm allergic to nickel. If you don't shower right away, you can get a rash. Well, that leads me into another thing I want, which is the treadmill mat. Hannah has one.
Oh, I want one so
And
bad.
they're just like these mats that it just has like just the walking part of the treadmill. It doesn't have the whole upper part. So you can like,
Put it under your desk.
yeah, you can put it under your desk. You can like stand it up and like tuck it away in a closet. They're like very, very small and
They're,
like
like,
portable. Yeah.
I've never heard of this before.
I know I want one really bad. I
The
don't think I'm
brand
gonna
I
get
have
one.
saved is Go Zone. I want one so bad.
I have the
because
walk
it's, like,
pad on mine.
Imagine like just culling photos with
Yeah.
like the treadmill mat. Like
Wow.
you could get so many more steps in. Like on days when I like don't want to go for a walk outside because it's pouring down rain, like it's like such an internal struggle of like, do I just put on my rain gear and go out there so I can like get some exercise and like get a walk because I know it's good for me and it makes me feel good. But if I just had like this little thing, I could literally
We
just
should
be
get them
walking
for the
and watch
desks in the
TV.
studio. Company
Yes.
card.
Company card.
Well, I've
Put on
already
company
been
card.
speaking. I'm going to be starting to come into the studio more often
Really?
because I've been very, like, not to be a downturn, I've been very sad lately. And the only thing I think the difference is I come into work less.
Yeah.
So I was like, well,
It's a good time in this.
I definitely like coming in and working in the studio. I feel like I get more done and I like
I'm so distracted by, like, all the messes and my kids and, like, everything around me.
yeah.
Like, if my house is not perfectly clean and kept, I'm not well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and one thing I really struggle with is like when I'm working from home, it's very hard for me to like end the workday. Like it's hard for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna get up and go make dinner now. It's like
Yeah.
I'll go make dinner and then I'll come back and get on my desk again. And like
Yeah.
it's just nice when you get in your car and you leave work, then you kind of have that, like,
you have that like time in between where it's like, okay, the day's over. The work day's over. I can like shift to doing personal stuff now.
Yeah.
And like I still will do shit on my phone or whatever, but it's like I don't feel the same pull to like come back to my desk and keep working at my desk when I work at the office and
Yeah.
then come home after.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my list.
Wow. Okay. That was a lot of gift ideas for people. I hope
Yeah.
this was helpful.
I hope so too.
And if you guys like buy anything from them, please like let us know. Reach out, DM us.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
hear about it. If
go
this helps
to
people.
Taylor's link in her bio and
Yes.
you'll find so many gift options.
You will.
And if other people have good ideas too, DM us because I'm always looking for more ideas on.
Oh, absolutely.
To give to other people.
One thing that this isn't like a gift item, but like one thing that I want to recommend because I feel like this has really helped me with gifting is doing Secret Santas, like we have done this in my family for a long time. I brought this tradition to Colin's family so that like instead of like being like, okay, we have to get something for this aunt and uncle and your parents and the grandparents and like the kids, we just do Secret Santa. So you have one person in the family that you have to get.
I think I want to do that with Oscar's family. There's just so many of us. Oscar has 5 siblings. So I think it'd just be easier if everybody got one person, and like almost all the kids like on his side are adults. Now there's only one kid, which we always like, that's our number 1 rule. We always buy gifts for the kids no matter what. But now that everybody else is like adults, I kind of want to do that where it's just like, pick one. And usually like even with the older kids, they're like, oh yeah, Venmo you $50 for Christmas. And I'm like, oh, Venmo you $50. And just like, cancels it out. Yeah.
It's so much better because it's like everybody would rather have like one nice, thoughtful gift than like a bunch of shit. Like, you know,
just like,
like, you know, when you like have a bunch of people to get gifts for and you're like, here's like a little bag of trinkets. Like, it's just,
here's gift cards. Here's,
it's just nice to be like, okay, we're just going to focus on like one thing that someone really wants. It's like, I started doing that with families.
And then it's nice because then you have a bigger budget too, because you're like, oh my God, I have 7 people to shop for. Oh my God, how am I supposed to find something for $25? That's actually nice. When it's like, oh, we can get one person and maybe spend like $150 or $100.
We're doing that for the team this year too. We're gonna do Secret Santa with the team, so we're not.
Now that the team's growing,
yeah. No, it's great. I also do Secret Santa with my family. We've done it for forever now. It's great. Also, drawnames.com if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's the best.
Drawnames.com. Okay, good to know. I want to tell my mother-in-law about it. I don't think she'll be so keen on it, but just like for the adults, you know.
No, it's
I'm
so much better.
You can buy whatever you want for the kids, but like. I really just want to, like, whoever I'm shopping for, I want to get them something really nice, something super personable, and I feel like I can't do that when I'm shopping for 8,000 people. Because we have a lot of people on our Christmas list. Like, we can never get it down. Like, between us and the kids, we can never get it lower than $2,000 because there's just so many people to shop for.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And my kids are older. They want shit. They want new bikes. One of them wants an Xbox.
Yeah, stuff's expensive.
Didn't think it through when I was having all these kids.
Yeah.
One thing that Amanda recommended that we talk about today, she asked us to talk about, was like holiday blues, like surviving the holiday blues. And so I feel like we could talk about that stuff now, like the sadder things.
Yeah.
I always have a lot to talk about that.
No, I know. No, we should, because I feel like this is such an interesting time of year because it's all like, it's supposed to be like this like merry, jolly, joyful, like whatever, but then it's also comes with like
capitalism.
That, yeah.
So much pressure to spend.
Yes.
And like so much like feelings of like, if you don't spend enough money, you don't love people enough, you're not doing enough.
And also just seeing family a lot where it's like everyone has like their own like different family dynamics, and sometimes it's like, sometimes it's really great and everything's fine, but other times it's like a lot of family time in a really short period of time, and then there's already like just holiday stress in general, and
it's
then
hard. And then it's like also like if you're like a new family with kids, those family members always expect you to go to them. And sometimes it's hard to, like, you know, wake up on Christmas morning, do your own Christmas, get all the kids ready, out the door to go do other stuff when they just want to stay at home and, like, hang out with their stuff they just got.
Yeah.
You know? It's hard.
Yeah. It's hard when you have, like, multiple families that you have to go to and, like, a different dynamic with each family. And, like, it's like, this is the first year we're hosting Christmas just for my dad and my brother here because this is the first year my dad and stepmom aren't together. So like normally we'd go to their house and like for Christmas morning and do Christmas, like Colin and I will have our own Christmas together, but then we'd go to their house and that's where we do like Christmas with that side of the family. But they're not together anymore, and Colin and I have the like biggest space now.
Yeah.
So like we're doing it here, and it's just gonna be like different this year.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, like, I feel like one thing that I always struggle with every year is, like, having divorced parents and, like, feeling like this isn't what it's supposed to be like. Like, and seeing people where, like, their parents are together and they have, like, these traditions they've been doing for, like, 30 years. And I'm just like, we don't have that because we've had to change it so many times. Because, like, there have been, divorce and remarriage. And, like, my mom moved out of state. And, like, so it's, like, it's all just, like, we haven't like been able to like keep these like consistent things that we do every year. We don't have like the same house that we've been going to. Like everyone's moved so many times, and it just feels like when I compare myself to other people, I can like feel really bad about it. But like one thing that helps me is like, this is all my like AA people who listen to this are gonna be like, I fucking hate you, but like making gratitude lists this time of year, and like just at night, like going in my phone and like making a list of like 10 things I'm grateful for, or even sometimes like I'll do it with a friend. Like I have a couple friends that like, if I send them a list, they know exactly what it is, and then it'll like then remind them to like do the same thing. But like really like taking time to like intentionally think about like, okay, what do I have that I should be grateful for? Because like comparison is the thief of joy. Like comparing
Yet
your
we're all out here
insides
doing
to
it.
someone's outsides is like, it's never going to make you feel good. You don't know what people are actually feeling on the inside, or like what drama is actually going down at their house, or whatever dysfunction is happening, you know?
Yeah.
But like when I think about the fact that like, you know, I have a really good relationship with my dad, I have a really good relationship with my mom now, like I feel grateful for those relationships. Like I feel grateful that Colin and I have a house that we get to have people at. Like I can like really like think of a lot of things that I have to be thankful for if I'm like forcing myself to be in that mindset.
Yeah.
And like sometimes that means I have to like get off of fucking Instagram stories and not be looking at like what other people are doing with their goddamn families.
I know. So when you see all those big families together who like get together and like stay in the house for a week and wear all the matching Christmas jammies and like, oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
This year is fucking like the holidays are rough for me.
Yeah.
And especially this year.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing this year?
Gosh, I don't really know. Like probably just staying home because Oscar's whole entire family lives in Texas. My dad passed away. I don't talk to my mom anymore because she was very mean to me when my dad passed away. So it's like this year I feel like I almost have nothing.
Yeah.
You know? I have my dad's side of the family and we usually go over there on Christmas and stuff like that. But the other people that we usually would always spend time with is Oscar's family, but they're all in Texas and the tickets are so expensive. So this year, I guess we're just going to be focusing on like hanging out at home and inviting my stepmom over because she's super lonely too.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have my dad either.
Is that kind of like nice in some ways though, just to be like,
I think it'll be nice, but like what Taylor said, there's just like no traditions and everything is like changing. And I feel like there's nothing I can like, it always feels like it's all me. Like I'm the one having to put on the show and host people and have things over. And sometimes I wish like we had always had a grandma's house to go to, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
like you're the matriarch of the family, but it feels like, oh, there should be someone else who's
I don't want to.
Yeah. One thing my therapist told me was to like focus on starting my own traditions and like starting to do things now, because like in 20 years, you know, that'll be a tradition that we've been doing.
It's a good idea. I don't really
like,
have any traditions yet because I also have had so many little kids over the course of the year. So like every year is different. Like I had Everett on the 12th of December.
Yeah.
And then we had Christmas 12 days later and I'm still like very postpartum.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And just having like little babies, it's really hard to like stick to traditions. Like sometimes we're not going to go to Zoo Lights because the baby won't stop shitting up its back, or it's like too cold. Or one year we went there and the parking was so crazy that we just went home. Like there's just like so many limiting factors. And then of course like everyone every year is like somewhere else doing something different. So it's like we never know what we're going to do and I hate it.
Do you guys do gingerbread houses?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one tradition from my childhood that I really, really remember.
And decorating Christmas cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we decorate Christmas cookies and we do gingerbread houses. But every year we do not have a set date for the Christmas tree, and it makes me crazy. Because like one year we moved into our house 2 days before Christmas.
Oh my God.
So literally we moved in on the 23rd. Next day, put up the Christmas tree. Next day, fucking Christmas.
Wow.
I was unwell. And then this last year, like, I don't remember, maybe just being so busy with work that, like, I don't think we put up the tree until, like, 2 weeks before Christmas. But this year, Thanksgiving, the tree is going up. Either the day of or the day after, I do not care. And that is what it's going to be forever.
Yes. I love that.
I love that. Just being like, okay, this is the day we do it.
But I love being festive.
Yeah.
I love the decorations. I love Christmas.
We always get our tree the day after Thanksgiving. Gavin and I go. I guess that's been our like little tradition that we've made.
That's a good tradition.
Yeah, very similar to you. Like we both of us have divorced parents, and so the holidays are different for us every year.
Then you have so many places to go.
So many places. We do multiple like of each holiday. Sometimes we'll break it up at like a couple of days, or like we both have just like. I feel like all divorced kids have just trauma from like the holidays being divorced, because it's like it's joyous, but it's also like your parents
every
are
year
fighting.
you're negotiating. You're
Yes.
like in the middle of your parents trying to figure out who gets time with you and who gets
Yes.
which
And-
day.
and it's
Somebody's
always-
pissed.
Yes,
And
Yeah.
and it's always worse too when they do get remarried. But then when they divorce, now you have your step family that you also have to see. Because like I love my stepdad so much. I mean, technically he's not my stepdad anymore, but he was my dad forever. But like,
Yeah.
then,
yeah, my stepmom is like technically not my stepmom anymore, but I still want to make Christmas cookies with her. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've been doing that for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, so that's like another thing.
I want to hang out with my
know.
stepmom. I want to hang out with my stepdad. Then I'm like, oh, I have these other parents, but actually, well, I guess this year I don't. So
Yeah.
it be what it be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also like one thing that drives me crazy about having multiple families to go to is that it makes it harder to be like, okay, this is the thing I make every year. This is the pie
Yeah.
I make or whatever. Because you're
Yeah.
like, you have all these fucking places to go to that you can't really put that much energy into like the
I
food
know.
you're making because you're like, I have to make 3 different things, you know?
Yeah.
So I can't like just really make this one amazing thing.
Or even like fully enjoy your time at any of the places.
Yeah.
Because I've had like holidays where it's like we'll go to 3 different houses in one day, like in
Yeah.
3
Oh
different
my
like traditions.
God.
and then
like,
everybody's mad
whatever.
at you because they're all waiting on you to eat, and
Yeah.
they're like, "You guys like took too long to get here." And
Yes.
Well, since
Or you're
having
leaving
kids,
and they're
it's
like,
never enough.
Yeah, like have you guys seen the movie 4 Christmases?
Yes.
That's like one of our favorite movies because it was like so fucking funny. So we're like, this trauma is like real and
Yeah.
it's like, really fucked up.
Well, once we had kids, we literally were like, no,
Yeah.
one stop on Thanksgiving. That's
Yeah.
where we're gonna go because it's too much with the kids and like it's so much sugar and food and they're acting crazy. It's like we're gonna go somewhere and then we leave and go home.
We started doing that like every year, just picking one house for
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
and then but Christmas is another story. We usually will like
Yeah.
bebop around.
Yeah. We're doing Thanksgiving different this year too because this is the first year since my grandma passed away.
Oh yeah.
And my grandma was a really amazing cook, and so she did Thanksgiving with my grandpa, and like they in Oysterville where my grandpa lives, it's a lot of retired people, so they still have like their community thing that they all do together on Thanksgiving Day. So like he's gonna have that, but me and my cousins and my brother are all going up the day after Thanksgiving to. This is gonna come out after Thanksgiving. This episode.
This
is
episode,
really-
yeah. So we're recording this before Thanksgiving because we would like to actually have like a little bit of like
We
a
want a break.
Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
So we're recording early.
Because I feel like on any holiday break, I always end up working the whole time.
Yeah,
Always. We're always like, we're not going to do any shoots and we're going to have all this time off. And then somehow you're like, you've got 20 fucking galleries to edit. We've got
Yeah.
some contests we're doing. We're like on our
I know.
computers the whole time.
The whole
Literally, just last August, I like took off that whole like week. I didn't take off any time. I think we ended up going to like Sun River for a couple nights on the weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even use
Yeah.
those like days off.
Yeah, I know that I won't actually take time off, but at least we won't be
We'll-
recording this podcast.
And we also won't
Yeah.
be shooting in the studio.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have one shoot.
Yeah, I have
And I have a couple of reveals, but like that's it. So hopefully we'll just kind of like at least be at home and I can cook in between because I'm cooking everything myself.
It's gonna be crazy. Okay, sorry. Oysterville.
We're going the day after Thanksgiving, all of us together. We're like all driving up there, and then on Saturday we're cooking Thanksgiving.
Cute.
So like me, my cousin, everybody like has a different dish that they're making.
Yeah. What are you making?
I'm making my grandma's mac and cheese recipe,
Ooh.
which is what I made over the summer when we all went up there too.
Okay.
And I am also making a salad.
Great.
Those are my 2 things. So
Yum.
I feel like that's manageable, you know,
Yeah.
just mac and cheese and salad.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I love mac and cheese. I'm making it too.
Another tradition that Gavin and I do is, well, obviously I'm wearing them right now, but we get holiday PJs every year together, and it's like just been the 2 of us, and Gavin doesn't sleep in pajamas. Like Taylor and I were talking about this. Gavin sleeps butt naked.
Oh my
and
god.
I sleep in full long johns. So I'm really
Well, 'cause
the only
you're always
person-
cold.
Always cold that wears them. But it's like really fun to have holiday PJs, and we always get them like. Hannah Anderson will always do sales like in November and
Oh,
stuff.
Do you
absolutely.
wear them like on Christmas morning when
Yeah.
you open your gifts?
Yeah, we like sleep in them and then like wake
And
up
now
really
you have
early.
Sophia.
Yeah, now Sophia
Yeah.
has her
Did you
matching-
guys already buy yours?
Yes, we already have them.
So
I cannot wait to
cute.
see them.
And then we bought her a couple pairs too to match some of our old ones from the
I'm
previous
wearing our
years.
matching our matching ones this year.
They're
We
great.
went with Burt's Bees this year.
I love them.
because they had a crazy sale. I got all of our pajamas, so 6 people for $102.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
It was like 50% off and then like an extra code. So I was like, well, this is what we're doing this year.
that's great.
I love that.
Affordable.
I have one other tip. I know we're like pretty much out of time, but I have one tip for like holiday blues. I feel like this summer and the holidays are like the 2 times of year where I feel like there's a lot of pressure to like be having a good time and like doing all the things and like not like when I have downtime, I feel guilty because I'm like, well, I should be doing all this other stuff. And like my tip for the holidays is to like now make a like bucket list basically of like these are the things I really want to do this season.
That's such a good idea.
Like I want to go to Zoo Lights, I want to make a gingerbread house, and I want to like, you know, put up lights on our house.
We
and, like,
should have a gingerbread contest with us girlies.
Oh my God. We were
For
just
the
talking
studio?
we had a client yesterday who she does this at their work and like they are very serious about it. And she was telling us that last year that they made this one that was like the most intense gingerbread house, and her husband does all the like engineering for the house so that it has like these really elaborate mechanisms, and theirs had a conveyor belt that actually moved.
What?
And,
Okay,
like,
I can't commit to that.
I mean,
yet.
mine's
that's like next level. Like,
Mine's
they've
gonna
been
look
doing
like
this for years.
shit, but it's the effort.
No, I think that'd be really fun. I did that with some friends last year, and it was so fun. And like, I love gingerbread house making. It's like,
And I feel like
Yeah.
everyone on,
different
I can't
tradition.
speak for Anji, but I feel like all of us really like Christmas
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel it would be really fun.
Yeah.
I did it wasn't gingerbreads, but we did like a holiday like baking night with my friends last year, and we all like baked different things and then brought them all
Cute.
together and had like a really cute little like dinner and like enjoyed the baked goods. And one of our friends made a Yule log, and this thing was stunning. Like it like he belonged on like the Great British Bake Show. Like
Wow.
it was so beautiful. It tasted so good.
I've never had a Yule log.
I
It always
also-
Like
sounds
a
so good.
Noel Bouche or whatever.
Yes,
yeah.
a bouche de Noël. Yeah, it was.
Shoefly Bakery better be making a Yule log this year
Right?
so I can order one.
Well, and he's like an engineer too, so he's very like precise with
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, he's probably
and-
like measuring, sifting.
Yeah, dude, he did an incredible job. And we loved it so much that then when Sophia was born, they made us one for Sophia's like birth, and they gave it to us as her little
That's
like
so cute.
0 like birthday cake.
That's delicious though. I'd be like postpartum eating that up.
Yeah, we ate it for breakfast, we ate it for lunch. We're like up at 3 a.m.
I love
feeding the
cake
baby.
for breakfast.
Yeah.
Same.
Cake with like a coffee and some
Chef's
sweet
kiss. There's
treat.
nothing better.
After every one of the kids' birthdays, because people are like, oh, you should just save money and not buy a vegan cake. And I'm like, no, I'm getting the vegan cake because I'm going to be eating that breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 7 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, God bless. I also
Yeah.
birthed out this child. It's my birthday too.
It is, yeah. Okay, kind of to piggyback off of your little tip though, really quick, is in addition to like doing those things, is like also just like spread it out a little, because I feel like Gavin and I are slowly starting to do that, where like we would before try to pack it all into one day, and now we're like a little bit like, okay, we'll do like some of it on Christmas Eve, some of it on Christmas, like maybe
Yeah.
like the 23rd we like do something too, and just like there's just so many people and there's so many things, and it's like it's so fucking stressful when you have to go to multiple in one day, and you like I said,
Yeah.
you feel like you can't enjoy people, you feel like you're like letting people down because you have to leave early.
Well, I got 2
you're,
people
like-
I don't have to see animore. Dark humor. So makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna fire me.
No,
Oh my God, no.
The holidays are fucking hard.
There's gonna be so many people listening to this who can relate.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, okay, when I got that DM saying I swallow my gum too, I was like, wow, we are out here changing lives. I forgot that I even said that on the podcast.
I'm still shook over it.
Was listening and they were like, oh my God, I thought I was the only one. I've never told anyone that I do this and someone else does it.
Like
and I was
swallowing gum feels so wrong.
Well, to some of us, it feels so right.
it feels like because if you spit it out, it's like the missing piece. You got to get it back.
Exactly.
The DMs are definitely what keep me going with this podcast. Like
Yes.
we have some like why I gave that shout out this morning is because literally yesterday one of our girlies, past clients who I love, messaged me to tell me that she had a similar mustache story, and I was like, I love you. Like we're
I
best
just
friends.
love when also people just like not even if they just write like, oh, I love the podcast. I love when they just like give little notes like, oh, this was so funny when you said that. I'm like, yes, bitch.
Yeah, it
You
makes
were-
us feel so good.
I'm like, thanks, relatable queen.
Yeah. Okay, we're out of time. I don't think we should do obsessions this week because we talked about our obsessions the whole episode.
Yeah, the whole
Basically, yeah, all the
difference,
gifts we like, what we want, what you
completely
should be
agree.
getting, like, yeah.
Yeah. I will say, okay, the first time saying this, rate our podcast if
Yes.
rate or like leave it's a comment, right? Or
Leave a review.
a review, yes. It helps us. We appreciate
Yeah,
that shit.
I'll literally
Yeah.
suck your dick. Please do it.
It keeps us going, and it also will help us in like, you know, the rankings. It'll help us show up for,
Yeah.
you know, the girlies out there who aren't already following us and need to discover us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and then where can people find us?
They can find us at Naked Peach Boudoir on all of the social medias, and our Facebook group is Naked Peach Boudoir VIP Facebook group.
Love. You
Yeah.
can find me at Anna McLaughlin Photo.
You can find me at T Smells with a Z, TSMELLZ, and I have lots of links in my bio with codes.
So hit them up. You can find me at Sierra PDX, CIARRA PDX.
And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yes.
Bye.
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 Bye.